You will have no insurance of thy life, and guess what? You still feel that to this day. You at least you smiling all the time. You enjoying your kingdom. You know you don't need credit cards and money. You don't need right. You don't need none of that stuff. You have access to riches and wealth, man. You have access.
Fatness.
Yeah, you have, which is the fatness. Okay.
Islands,
So you don't
whole islands for yourself. You know what I mean? Whole resorts. You know, these Edomites got the gall to go to Jamaica, right? Link up with these Moabites and build a whole resort on the island, okay? And then pay Benjamin in Jamaican money instead of American money, because American money is going to pay them more. They're going to be able to stretch that out more. They pay him in Jamaican money, which is worth less. And then they turn around, they tell them, oh, y'all can't come to this resort. It's only for Caucasians and Moabites. Okay? Come on, man. If that don't tell you the Israelites, I don't know what will, man. Because it's written throughout the scriptures. You shall build houses and you won't be dwelling in them. That's a perfect example, right?
right,
You gonna own land and won't even go in to possess it.
right. Who you think built up Babylon, man? Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans,
man.
You built up America, but guess what? They stuck you in the lowest places of Babylon, man. You know, when you go in the ghetto, is drug infested, it's gang violence. You know, that's how you know who the real Jews are, man. When you look up that word Jews, you get the word the city of the ghetto, the city of the Jews, man. You know.
Yeah, I got this little book I was going into last week. You know, who brought the slaves to America? Okay, and the brother went into that Jake is in the ghetto, right? But listen to what this book say right here, right? Just to further bring it out, it says, okay, and it's talking about Amalek, right? It says, in fact, they ridicule and use unprintable language upon all Gentiles, right? Okay, they are a most segregated people. Okay, so they treating these scriptures, okay, and practicing what the Most High told us to do, separate ourselves, right? Okay, it says, anywhere in the world you will find this unenforced segregation. Okay, it says it is the Jew who gave birth to the ghetto. Okay, so the so-called Amalekites are the one that instituted the ghetto on most of our people, man, with these settlements, you know what I'm saying, the reservations, you know, these ghettos, okay, these barrios, man. They sectioned off certain portions of land to keep us in one place. Why? Because it's easier to get rid of, okay, and to put certain institutions, institutions into implement certain things with a certain people. When you got them sectioned off, like redlining was part of that. Okay, certain schools you couldn't go to because your area of living was redlined. Okay, certain taxes were implemented on you because they implemented redlining. Okay, so all these things should tell you you are the children of the Most High, man, because these are curses, man. We are yet to this day in our captivity, subject to payment. Okay,
and they hit Jake's, man, that's subject to payment. Jake get hit with fines he don't even know about, man.
Right?
You know, they take advantage of Jake through contracts. Okay? They just, hey, pay this and pay that, because guess what? You ain't got nobody to defend you.
Right.
What you gonna say?
And that's why Yahweh Shai is called what? The counselor, the Prince of Peace. Okay, because he's an advocate for us. Because who advocate for us? Who here is advocating for us? Ain't nobody advocating for us, but okay, the son, the beloved son, you know what I'm saying? He go to the Father on our behalf. Okay? Got something, bro?
You keep going and do that. All right. So yeah, hey, we the ones that's in low places. We the ones that have no control of our food.
Yeah, I know I'm on there.
Okay. All right. I'll pray.
Pray for you. How about you outside?
That's what's up. You keep going.
What's the topic?
Huh?
What's the topic?
I mean, you just got to stand there and listen, you know.
Oh, no, I didn't know. I thought maybe it was a specific topic today. That's all.
Yeah, we just, you know, you care to listen, bring it out real quick.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 33, 28 and 33. It says, the fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which now thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only the oppressed and crushed always.
And that's, hey, you can see that, man. Jake is getting, you know, mauled in the streets of Babylon. You know, hey, you got a gang of Israelite women. They go to these shops, the nail shops, and get jumped on by the Chinese. You know, hey, you know, you just had a brawl down in Alabama recently. Was that was Alabama, right?
Alabama, yeah.
Right. You know, where these Edomites were jumping on Jake, man, and the other Jakes had to, you know, you had dudes jumping the board. Yeah. You
know,
yeah.
So, but all that is brought upon, you know, the entitlement, you know what I'm saying, that they feel when they see us, like they can just do anything to us.
Yeah.
You know, just because what? The Most High said the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? And he subject us underneath them, a base man.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's why they feel entitled that they can just treat us any kind of way. Hey, they even told us we what, 2/3, 2/5 of 3/5 of a man or something, man. We ain't even a man to them.
For a human being, man.
We like beasts, cattle unto them, man.
All right. Straight up. Hey, they only count your life for a life. The scriptures say your life will hang in doubt, man. Right? Hey, they got a hunting license for niggas, man. You know?
Right.
A hunting license. That's how they look at you, no different than hunting deer, man. Hunting a bear.
Hey, but you know, like the brother brought out, man. Hey, that is factual. That during I believe that the early exploring to the west coast of this land, right? When people found out there was gold, the government gave certain people license to exterminate the natives. You know, and they had contracts saying what if you bring in, okay, a certain amount of what you call it, the skulls, okay, the hair on the skull of a native, you get paid for it. You know, that's factual, man. That's on the book, the Indian Removal Act. Yeah, you good. So, you know,
you keep going on that.
it says, verse 34, it says, so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine own eyes, which thou shalt see. Okay, the Lord shall smite thee in the knees and in the legs with a sore botch. Okay, when you go into that word botch, okay, it's boil. Okay, inflamed spot, inflammation, eruption. Okay, it says a man of man, leprosy, of man and beast. Okay, ulcer. Okay, now Jake got what? Jake get amputated on his legs because what he said we call it sugar. Okay, diabetes, right? That's a form of that botch, man. You know, diseases, right? It says with a sore botch that cannot be healed from the sole of thy foot onto the top of thy head, man. These curses, man. You can see Jake walking around here looking low, man.
Yeah.
Diseased up.
Diseased up, out of shape, you know, looking crippled, you know, out of order. Just name it. Walking sloppy. You can see the curses that rise Jake. Jake need alcohol every day to make it through here, man.
Hey, man, that's why we need Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah.
But he gonna come with healing in his wings, man.
His wings. And that's according to prophecy. You know?
It says, verse 36, the Lord shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there thou shalt serve the other gods. Thou shalt serve other gods, wood and stone.
Hey, you can read about that in the books of Kings, man. When they came with Babylon, you know, who was it, Nebuchadnezzar. They took out our kings into captivity, man.
Right.
You know? And guess what? They had our king in subjection. They took the holy vessels of the temple.
Right.
Okay? Our shame was open to the other nations, the heathen.
Right.
Man.
And you know that's true because guess what? In the book of Matthew, Luke, and Mark, right? One of the descendants of King David was Yahweh Shai's earthly father. Okay, his name was Joseph. Why didn't he know he was part of the kingly family? He was just a regular person, right? He was a carpenter. Now, how did he get to be a carpenter when he from the line of David? Okay, that's because he went into captivity along with the rest of his family. Okay, and they had children, and the children didn't even know they were from a kingly line. They thought they were carpenters and you know, regular people, man. Okay, this is verse 37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, okay, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Okay, that's why we have these so-called Negro names, Jamaicans, you know, Peruvians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans. These are names, those bywords that they prescribed us as. Okay, there's no people named Rich Port. Them Puerto Ricans ain't named no Rich Port.
Right.
Okay, because that's what the name Puerto Rican means.
Right.
Okay.
Because when
Now-
they came to that land, I believe it was Spaniards.
Yeah.
They came to that land, and that land was minerally rich.
Right.
It had a lot of gold. It had a lot
Gold.
of resources. You know, they had the same thing like peacocks,
Right.
gold. You know, they saw those crops, corn. That land was, you know, during that time, they understood how to cultivate the land, man.
Right.
So Esau went over there with a plan, man, to wipe them out.
And it was a common thing to see, you know, the Tainos with gold all over. They treated it like, you know, it wasn't even really that special to them, man. Everybody had gold.
That
So
was
it
a
wasn't,
normal thing.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. And
But with that greed that, you know, the Spaniards came, you know, when they saw them with all that gold on them, man, they got what? In their mind, it was what? They belong to, all that gold belonged to us. And that's the mentality that goes along when the scriptures say the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, man. They looked at it like we supposed to have that.
Hey, because Esau has a covet spirit, covetous spirit, you know.
Right.
Greed, everything. Here it is, you know. The man got, you know, basically the whole world, man, and he's still looking to go take from everybody. They still right now, the war that's going on in Hamas, you know, the going on in Israel today is about money and oil. You know? So this man is a covetous, you know, man, a greedy devil, man. They say woe to him that, you know, what did it say in Michael 2? Woe to them that covets, if I'm saying it right, covet a man's house. Okay, lands were given to certain people, and there's a time in history where this man went through everybody's land and started taking the resources. Started putting people in captivity. Really, everybody's in captivity under Esau. You
The
know?
whole world languishes, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it say evil multiplied in the earth in the book of Maccabees, man. There was a Hellenistic period when the Greeks went around the known world to Hellenize the world. Right? Alexander, man, you know, took a great portion of the East, man. You know, he went, I believe it say what he went westward. He went northward, and southward and westward, because they was already situated on the east. So he took all that region over there in Europe, you know, Israel, Asia. Hey, they went on a mission to conquer that land during the Hellenistic period, man.
And you know, when the scriptures say he frameth mischief by law, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here you have the Catholic Pope put out an edict that says, okay, any nation that we stumble upon, we discover, and they're not Christian, that's base for us to what? Wipe them out, okay, and force them Christianity on them, okay, because in disguise, that was just something that they used to prescribe the natives as the word Indian, which means a savage, okay? And once they prescribe you that, what? They think you're not a person, okay? They don't deem you, your life, valuable enough to keep you as a person. They downgrade you, so why? They can get rid of you, right? Wipe you out. That's why he was so eager to come here with those smallpox blankets, and hand the natives, because he couldn't defeat him. He a punk. He couldn't defeat him with battle, okay? Because the natives would have wiped his ass out, okay? Because the natives know this land, and they had guerrilla tactics, okay? So he decided to take another route. You quoted this, so I'm gonna bring it out. It says Micah 2:2 says, and they covered fields. Okay, what's the field?
The world.
Okay, the lands,
13.
different lands, right? Okay, and take them by violence. How did he get this land? Okay, through the force of the sword.
That's right.
How did he convert, okay, half the Middle East, okay, at one point to Christianity?
By the sword.
By the sword. How did he take Europe? By the sword. Okay. Okay.
That's his blessing.
That's his blessing.
That's his blessing. That's the only way you can take it.
All right.
So, hey, the greatest tools was that sword and his deception.
All right.
You know, and his deception. All you got to do is go look at the contract that he made with the Native Americans.
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
He broke. Okay. Covenant breaker. Just like their forefather, Esau. The covenant breaker.
Right.
You know?
Sword and deception.
It says, and they covered, Micah 2:2, they covered fields, okay, and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man in his heritage. Okay?
Yeah, because they put on even when you think about the Greeks, the so-called white man ain't the original Greeks. They putting on the man heritage. Hey, he's the Greeks, he's the Egyptians,
Right?
he's the Israelite. I'm telling you, he's the Israelite. Hey, come on, man. That's what he do. He's a culture vulture. He snatched from everybody.
Because he ain't got none.
He's a thief. He ain't got nothing.
Still
His
killing,
history,
destroy, man.
Right.
That's his MO.
Right. Cold air and hard rocks. That's your history, man. You know? You the Idumeans. I say that, you got
Speaking of that,
yeah.
it's time to bring this out.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
that's your history, man. Which they land was south of Judah. When you understand all the lands that was given by heritage, you know, and I believe when you read through Genesis, I believe it was Genesis or Deuteronomy, that Edom, you had the Hamites was in the land of Idumea before the Edomites.
Right. And they drove them Hamites out because it tells you that some of them Hamites were what? Giants.
Giants. The Anakims.
And they slew them giants and chased off the people. Okay, we had to do pretty much the same thing. The Ammonites too, they had to do that. You know? I'm just bringing this out, right? Because the brother mentioned, you know, culture vultures and shit like that. So it says, this is Sir Arthur Kessler's The 13th Tribe, by the way. This is page 14, okay, the bottom paragraph. It says, it is perhaps not surprising, given these circumstances, that in 732, after a resounding Khazar victory over the Arabs, the future Emperor Constantine V married a Khazar princess. Okay, in due time, their son became the Emperor Leo IV. Okay, known as Leo the Khazar. Okay, so that's how, you know, these things start to play out in history, to where you see the Khazarians, okay, taking over whole regions because they came into power, okay, through marriage, okay, because their king Bulan wanted to have them subscribe to a certain religion, and they had Islam pushing up against them and Christianity pushing up against them. Judaism pushing up against them, okay? But he wanted to have them adopt a new religion, okay? It was Christianity, wasn't it? But they chose Judaism, I believe.
I don't want to say the wrong name.
But they chose Judaism, okay? The King Bulan chose Judaism, and they adopted that, okay, as their culture, their religion, okay? And that's when they started using that Talmud, okay, and implementing, okay, the impersonation. And they came up with this plan to take over the entire globe, man. And we see the implementation of it here even to this day, man. Okay? And some of the bullet points that they had to implement, okay,
No, y'all good, y'all right.
are right in this book right here. Okay? Okay, the first one goes into what? It says these are your final instructions, right? Continue to enlarge our control over radio, TV, newspapers, movies, and magazines. Now ask yourself, who's the majority that control these media enterprises, man? Okay, what brand of people? Okay, what race of people? What ethnicity? What culture controls that? Okay, and then ask yourself, who does most of the entertaining? Okay, but who draws up the contracts? Okay, lawyers, okay, that draw up the contracts. What ethnicity are they? Okay, the television networks that put on the shows, the writers that write the shows, okay, the producers that produce the shows, okay, the commercials that come on during the shows, okay, everything like a big ass triangle, okay, is framed with mischief, okay, and the one that's framing the mischief is none other than Amalek, right? These are the people that's right now in the land of Israel, okay, claiming to be us, okay, and through 1948, the Balfour Declaration, okay, they took possession of that land, right, and they pushed these Palestinians out, okay, to the border of over there by Gaza, okay, but there's a canal there, the Suez Canal, that they trying to gain control of, okay.
Y'all okay?
Y'all good? Yeah, come on. You know, so that's what, you know, like the brother said, it's about money and oil and resources and trade routes, okay, and that's what
Control,
you know, basically the control is. Why? Because they have to gain control of that to implement that CHIP. Okay, because no other country, if there's other countries controlling that area right there, okay, they can't really control everything. They got to take control of it. That's why Muammar Gaddafi had to go. Okay, that's why Iran had what's his face, the dude that they went to
drone strike.
The dude that they went to the Middle East to get, they were claiming that he blew up the Twin Towers. Man.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam Hussein, man. You know, all these cats wasn't with the Federal Reserve note. Okay. No,
That's what the British is about. Going against that Federal Reserve, coming up with their own currency, so they don't have to trade with Babylon. They're cutting off the sword, man, like Scripture say.
Right.
You know,
and these countries refuse to be controlled by the central banks. You know, so the central banks move the muscle, which is America, NATO, EU. They move their muscle onto these nations, okay, to put them down, okay, to take over and implement that central bank, because that digital dollar has to be implemented eventually, right? So they got to move quickly.
I'm all about
Okay.
the legs.
Go back to Deuteronomy.
yes, sir. All right. Keep going on Deuteronomy, man, and going into how the Jews, the Israelis, that land don't belong to them according to inheritance. And right now, the Israelites are under the curse. They scattered throughout the earth, man. We're gonna get scriptures on that.
I got one right here. It says Deuteronomy 28 and 26, 32 and 26. It says, just about there, what's my place? It says, I said I would scatter them into the corners. Okay, I would make the remembrance of them cease from among men. Right? And that's the Most High talking. That's the Most High prophesying what he's going to do to us, okay, if we go off. Right? And you see it all around. Like, we don't know who we are in this earth anymore. Okay? Our people are scattered from here all the way to Russia.
Right.
But we have nowhere to go back to. Okay? A Russian got a Russia he can go back to. You know? Turkey got Turkey they can go back to. Italy got Italy. Italians got Italy they can go back to. But where can we go back to? We don't have no home. Okay, we don't have a home, man. Our home is really
Occupied by heathens.
occupied by heathens.
Why? Because hey, we're gonna get into that too. How when you go into the book of Babylon, man, it tells you what happened to us around 70 AD. How we became, like the scripture say in Deuteronomy 28, you shall be saved of the enemy. Okay? And what happened when we were besieged? A lot of Israelites got trapped inside and starved, and a lot of them fled into the mountains, like the prophecy say.
That's how a lot of us ended up in West Africa.
Yep. Matter of fact, you want me to go ahead and get it, I will.